Results, which you have now from the generalization test, sessions 1 and 4. What you'll do is you'll copy the green. You'll paste it in the top part here. You'll then take Gen 1 and paste it here. You'll then take Gen 2 and you'll post it here. What do we see in Gen 1? We see excitatory control to this stimuli. How do we know this stimuli is excitation? Because we're responding more than any other stimuli. We could also say that it's something called a generalization of excitation. It means that we responded to 2 or more stimuli in a similar fashion. Generalization. Pretty similar. These 3 are similar. This one's similar. Almost all of our responses are from 60 to 100. Everyone sees that? Except for 2. So there's not a very varying range of responses for these 12 stimuli. We can say that the stimuli with the most excitation is the 75-degree line tilt. Is there any generalization around that? Not really. Right? But overall, there's a relatively high rate of responding to all of the stimuli, because all the stimuli, except 2, are responding 60 to 80 times. So you would say the pretest showed a substantial amount of excitation to most of the stimuli presented, with no generalization gradient, but just a high rate of responding to all of the stimuli. Fair? Session 4. What do we see? This is our post-test. What was our S plus? 90. Was the highest number of responses to 90? Where's the highest number of responses?
105.
Why?
Generalization.
Huh?
Because it's generalization.
No.
Because it treats it like it's 90.
Yes. But why does it treat it like it's 90?
Yeah.
What was our S minus?
60.
Whoa, mama. I didn't respond a lot to 60. I also didn't respond a lot to 45. I also didn't respond a lot to 30. What do we call that? Of inhibition. Generalization of inhibition. Can I say that these have been inhibited with this figure?
No.
Why not?
There's no excitation.
Excellent. I cannot show inhibition until I first have excitation. How would I show if they first were excitatory? What would I have to do?
Show Gen 1.
So Gen 1 with Gen 2. That's where the first figure comes into place. This figure shows me Gen 1 and Gen 2. Gen 1 is blue. Did this go down? 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 60 was our S minus. We had inhibition or inhibitory learning. Responses were inhibited to the S minus because it was not paired with the reinforcement contingency. Got it?
No, can you say that again?
Inhibition occurred to the 60-degree line tilt because it was not paired with reinforcement. Therefore, the decrease in response shows inhibitory learning. We also have some inhibition to 45. That's a generalization of inhibition. Because 45 resembles 60, they look alike. And we know that when we respond to 2 or more stimuli in a similar fashion, we are generalizing. If the generalization gradient is an N-shaped, that is a generalization of excitation. I'm excited. See how this goes? I'm excited. N-shaped. If I'm sad, a U-shape. Got it? Generalization of excitation? Hey! Oh! Generalization of inhibition? I don't know. See the U? See the U? This looks like a hey or U. This looks like a U. They're all low. That's a generalization of inhibition. Do we have any generalization of excitation? Do you see any N's here? A little bit.
Yes.
A little bit, right here.
In orange, you see it.
In orange, you see it more, yeah, okay, right here. But right here, we see a little generalization. Our S plus was 90. Responses went up to 90, but they went higher for 105. The reason that our responses were higher for 105 is because the inhibitory strength from 60 pushed it away from 90. So the inhibitory gradient, that's the U, went like this. So because 75 looked more like 60 than like 90, I may not have had a lot of excitation to it. I mean, I had a little bit, but not a lot. 90 looks less like 60, but kind of looks like 60. 105 does not look like 60 at all. Boom. That's where my excitatory gradient is. See that? The S minus inhibitory strength pushed the highest number of responses to not our value that we reinforced, to one after it. If our S minus was 120, where would the gradient have been? If our S minus was 120 and S plus was 90, where would the highest rate of response have been if it was reversed? 75, away from the minus, away from the inhibitory gradient. The inhibitory gradient pushes in the opposite direction of the S minus. So if S minus is here and S plus is here, S plus really, or the highest rate of response is going to be here, away from the S minus. If S plus is here and S minus is here, it's going to push it this way, away from the S minus. See how that works? Yes. I know, I'm going to elaborate. Give me 2 minutes. Does everyone understand that concept though, generally? If the inhibitory stimulus is here, or the S minus is here, and the S plus is here, the highest number of responses are not going to be at the S plus, they may be at a value that's after the S plus. I'm going to pull one more bird to see different results.
Wait, can you do S42?
Yes, S what?
S42.
What's S42? Bird 40?
Bird 40.
Okay.
47, sorry.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you're saying that if the S plus is 90, right? But he gets excited with the 105 because it looks less like 60. I don't know. I don't know how to word that question. Let me think about it.
Okay, let me know. So this is another verb we're going to use. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. As pretest, what do we show? Generalization of? The N is what? What am I? Excited, good. Generalization of excitation. Generalization of excitation. All of the stimuli responses are, well actually not all but 2 are between 80 and 140. We have a high amount of excitation to almost all the stimuli. Got it? For Gen 1. Gen 2, what do we see? Decrease, 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 same. Increase. Was there any inhibition to S minus? No. Any inhibitory learning? No. Got it? How do we know this? Gen 1, Gen 2, I responded a little more. Was the inhibition or inhibitory strength strong? As Yoda would say, strength, is this strong strength in this one? I butchered that. But Yoda, what would Yoda say? Is the strength strong in this? No, it's not strong. The inhibition is not strong in this one. Excitatory. Did I increase to 75? Yes. Did I increase to 90? Yes. But my highest rate is still 105. Some inhibitory strength pushed, but we can't really say that because this is just as high. So we had more excitatory than inhibitory. Okay? Because why? We responded more to 75. This, I jumped the gun. I know that I get reinforced here. But I start responding here to get reinforced here. Okay? This would be an example of the elevator coming down, and right before the elevator came down, you started pushing the button. Then when the elevator gets down, you push the button, the door's open. See how that works? That's what happened here. The elevator is coming down. Oh, nope, it's all the way in the top floor. 13th floor, 10th floor, 6th floor, 4th floor. It's here. It starts to go up. See? So this is a generalization of excitation here. We don't see much generalization though. We only have responding to 3 stimuli. Okay, one more bird. 85 it is. just gonna show the first because that's the only one we're really using. Okay. Gen 1. Highest responses are to 90, which was our S plus. What happened? Went down. But why? Let's see. 60. Did 60 go down a little bit? 75 went up. 90 went down. 105 went way up. Inhibitory strength, maybe push this. Got it? To 105 instead of 90. Because 90 may have looked too much like 65. See? 105 is a safe choice. I can respond to it. Any generalization of excitation? Not really. We do have higher responding to 120, 135. Let's see. Gen 1. Most of my responses are within 20 to 30. Yeah, just about 20 to 30, all of them. With the highest responses to 90 with not much generalization. We also have a high response to 60, but not a little bit of generalization, and to 30. Looks like he's building Giza. Pyramid, pyramid, bigger pyramid, bigger pyramid. All right, so now, see how this works? I don't like it, I like it a little more. Same as the first one, same as that one. A little more, a little less, a lot more, a little less. Try to put yourself in your bird's head. All right, number of responses. Remember, this is in a minute and a half. These responses are each indicative of a minute and a half of training or a minute and a half of exposure. Got it? Let's look at the training. Discrimination training. I'm gonna take, did I use 153 for anything?
No.
Oh, I didn't.
You used 153 for the whole first part.
153?
Okay, I was sleeping.
Alright, so this is training. Each of these represent how much? 10 minutes. 10 minutes of training. 10 minutes of training. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. How long was session 2? How many minutes? 60. What happened during session 2? What happened during our discrimination training? We had 30 one-minute presentations of S plus and 30 one-minute presentations of S minus, randomly presented for 1 minute each. So that means there was a 90-degree angle for 60 seconds, reinforced on a VI 15-second schedule. After that 1 minute, we had a 1 minute of the 65-degree angle that was not reinforced. After that 65-degree angle, we then had the 90-degree angle for how long? How long? How long? How long was this 90-degree angle presented for during training? 1 minute. And reinforced on a, is there an echo in here? VI 15-second schedule. Each of them were randomly presented for 1 minute each, 30 times. 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times, 10 times. Got that? So this represents session 2. This represents session 3 of discrimination training. What do we see here for our S plus? We started around 450. We go to like 460. We go back down to 450. Was there any learning evident here? Was this show learning? Okay, we don't know yet. That's S minus, I'm sorry, S plus. A little more, a lot more. Did we learn something here? Yeah. How do we show that we're starting to learn discrimination? Well, I'm responding more to the plus than to the minus. There starts to be a split. The bird is starting to associate that reinforcement is available for the 90-degree angle and maybe not for the 60-degree angle. During session 2 of training, what do we see? We start off at relatively the same for the first 10-minute block. By the second 10-minute block, we start seeing a big difference. We see a lot more responding to the S plus than to the S minus. And by the third 10-minute block of the second session of training, we see an even more difference between the S plus and the S minus. We see a little bit higher response for the S plus and a little bit lower response for S minus. This shows a discrimination. A discrimination is when we respond to 2 or more stimuli in a different fashion, or respond to 2 or more stimuli differently. I'm responding to the stimuli that results in the availability of reinforcement by increasing my responses. I'm responding to the stimuli that does not result in the availability of reinforcement by not responding as much. Yes?
So do we just not worry about the first part of today, where it was the 69 weekend?
That's a good question. What you guys are going to do in addition to this? there's going to be another figure I'm gonna show you how to construct now. That figure will include session 1, session 2, and the 10 minutes from session 4. This way you have a continuum of training. This is how you use that figure. What bird is this?
1, 3, 3.
Let's merge this and center it. Okay, can I have the numbers from 154 for A on your results page?
It's bird 153.
This is bird 153?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
A, so 60A and 90A.
60A was 458.
90A?
90A was 1,318.
Okay. Do we have a B and C on day 4? Nope. Why?
It was on one.
Only 10 minutes, exactly. Good. I put that there on purpose. Not. I want to erase that. Delete. Shift cells left. Thank you. Should have undo this. Can I have those numbers again, please? 458 and 1,000,
1,318.
18?
Yeah.
1318?
Yeah.
This is how you create that figure. Insert. This is the last 4th day post-test. S plus, S minus. Look at the disparity between them. Look at the difference between them. Look at how high the number of responses to S plus are. Look at how low the number of responses to S minus were. This is a good discrimination. This bird was able to discriminate the different stimuli and tell the difference between the 1600-degree angles during the pretest and the post-test. When we represent the generalization gradient for this bird, if the participant had good stimulus control, he or she would only respond to 90 and only not respond to 60. Or only respond to 90 and not respond to anything else. That's really good stimulus control. That's very specific. That's very rigid. So 90 I got reinforced by, I only respond to 90, I know 90. I didn't get reinforced for anything else, so guess what? I don't respond to anything else. This would look like this. 0, 0, 0, 0, 60, 0, 75, 0, 90, 500. 105, 0, 115, 0, 130, 0, 145, 0, 160, 0. Got my point? That's what really good stimulus, very specific, very rigid. We don't see that. We see generalization in most of our birds. So what I'd like you guys to do now is construct these figures, interpret them, understand them, break them down as I did. What I would recommend you do is go here and put a down arrow. So session 1 to session 2, down. I'm not on this, on the generalization gradient. On this, make little arrows with blue to red. Blue to red went down. Blue to red went down. Blue to red, circle it, stays the same. Blue to red went down, went up, went down, went up, went up, went up. Stay the same, went down. Make that on your sheets if you have the sheets. And then look at the up arrows versus the down arrows. Figure out if the up arrows are the S plus or the S minus. Another thing you could do is highlight with a ruler the 90-degree and 60-degree in a different color. And look at the difference in responding during the pretest and the post-test. This will give you an idea as to whether or not what type of generalization gradient you had, the inhibitory strength you had, or the excitatory strength that you've had. Any questions? All right, get to it.